So today I'm just still on the topic of like what I was yesterday. Oh yeah, I can put sheer, not sheer. Anyway, it's on that topic because if I don't get like the understanding that I need or want, then sometimes I'm just like I feel stuck at that place or whatever, and I still haven't gotten I don't dare say resolve because I'm gonna just say resolve is here. It happened the day that I asked for it, but even definitely over a certain time period or whatever, after I seek God and ask him, to resolve something for me. As of last year, that's when I said that, because prior to that I was still feeling and thinking, I guess, like the old ways instead of the new. And so now, and it's still a struggle because with me, with change and stuff, sometimes I have a hard time adjusting to certain, it just depends on what it is, but definitely a relationship, new set of people and things like that, not really, not really on that like that. But anyway, I asked God for the resolve. I believe I've just been operating in it, and I just don't fully know and understand, because I'm like, what's next? So I still have feel that uncertainty. Like I said yesterday, I came back from our little location that we went to, and it's still just feeling like some haze, or a little hazy. I should have got out here and cut this grass today, but I didn't. I missed my opportunity because it's soon to start raining and stuff, and I don't feel like being out there in that heat. But anyway, so yeah, just the topic from yesterday was still about the lady who's deceased, and again, I'm just gonna keep it real. I just don't really. I didn't really care for her when she was alive, and I don't care for her definitely now. Like, so I just feel like something or somebody is. Even till this day, this is what. This is like 3 years ago, but till this day, somebody's still, whether they just conjuring and stirring something, I don't know what it is, and trying to send it in my direction, whatever the case may be, I don't know. But it's still on my mind, and just reminded of just saying to myself, like, I just know I'm gonna get the man, the money, my kids, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. I guess it's what other people call the American dream. I was content with the man, the money, of course my kids, family type stuff. I didn't necessarily even have to be in a house. It could be an apartment. It could have been a nice little condo, whatever. I wasn't pressed about that. I'm more so about the experience of family and being around people. Wherever you at, I just want to be around people that really genuinely love and care. I don't care if we, let's hope we don't be in a shack, but from a shack, from a cardboard box to a mansion, I want to be with people that's trustworthy, that's genuine, and people that I love or whatever. But not or whatever to who I love, because I know I love people. Just be unsure whether they feel the same about me or better. And at this point, you get to a point where you're like, well, I don't care whether they love me or whatever. Don't want them to hate me, but if you hate me, stay away from me. But don't care whether they do accept me, approve me, or whatever. Because I love myself and I approve of myself. Yeah, of course, we all got work to do. Improving. As long as you live this life, you can improve in some area. But that's just the fallen world we live in. But I love me. I embrace me. Sometimes let me stop lying. It's not a struggle to love myself, but to feel like I love myself, and just feel that love from wherever, But God is a reminder that He never leaves nor forsakes. He loves me, so I'm good. But it's just a struggle. And literally, somebody told me you know, everybody got to go through the struggle and this, that, and the third. And it's like, and they pulled me into a struggle when I had already been through quite a few struggles anyway. But they like literally try to, that's what it is. They try to pull me into a struggle. And I ain't even gonna say try. They really like pulled me into it. I mean, some parts of me is in it for real because it don't feel like anything otherwise. But I said, yeah, I'm gonna get the man. And this is before the woman was deceased and this, that, and the third. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have the man, this, that, and the third. And I wasn't even saying that directed towards her or even again caring about her. And I don't mean to sound harsh, but not even worrying about whether she existed or not existed. Like I'm not seeing you. I see who I see, deal with who I deal with, and that's it. I'm not even seeing this other person. So like, you know. But I just be feeling like now I look back, people wanted to be involved in my life in a certain type of way, but they just wasn't respectful and they didn't come correct on doing so. They was just, so when you come at me sideways starting off, you think I'm finna open the door to you? Absolutely not, for most people. I ain't finna say it ain't no exception when it comes to it. When it comes to what it comes to, when it comes down to what it comes to for me, but like I say, everybody got a price, but no. But most of the time, I'm not even from the front to you. It's not going to be a female. At this point in time, it's definitely not going to be no older males. But yeah, so you just read between the lines. It's not going to be a female, and it's not going to be no older male or anything like that. And it's not going to be no underage, none of that, because I have children, and I wouldn't want nobody playing around with them or whatever. But so yeah, after she passed, I was like, oh, I just know. And I was like, we made it, and this, and the third. I don't know, I guess somebody else got the memo and all that, and it was like, oh yeah, you thought you made it, and this, that, and the third, and you know, but actually, you know what? I didn't even get that message or whatever until I think I seen the person in person. So I don't know. I try to give it to them direct. And anything I'm doing, I try not to have third party interference. I try to make sure it's direct. So, yeah, well, it didn't happen like I thought it would. Actually, don't have the man around, and definitely I have children, but again, one of my children was removed from my home. So it's like, really though? So yeah, looks nothing like what I thought, what I believed, what I felt, what I was experiencing. It seems like few short years ago. It seems like it's yesterday, but at the same time, I've been through so much in that time frame that yeah, time has went by. It's been definitely since I interacted with this person. Well, it was last year, an interaction earlier last year, but it wasn't like what it used to be. So it was like, okay, this is like fading away, this is changing and shifting. I'm fine with the change and shift at this point. Because yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. I no longer want the man, that man. I'm on to, like somebody I know said, bigger and better things. He didn't say it to me, but you know, I heard him. Well, I didn't hear him. I read him, should I say? And yeah, bigger and better things. Which pretty much been initiated. Like I have popped that off. Yeah, I know I'm talking kind of slow. I'm just still trying to process stuff. But yeah, I no longer want that man at all. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, of course, you never know how you feel when you see a person in person. Old feelings and stuff can come back or whatever. But I don't care who wants that old thing back when it comes to me. I am goody. So, please don't look in my direction. I don't want the old thing. I want the new. New to me, it might be old to somebody else and new to me, but I know specifically. And me and God have definitely talked about that, but God is the winner when it comes to that. It's not me. It's not. He done already let it be known. It ain't what I want. Unless I'm, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say unless, but if I was to do something foul and some crazy stuff, they'd try to go get it. Then that's probably the only way, but that's going to result in some crazy stuff. But that's not to say that he said no. But, yeah, so I'm just like, okay. Um, so I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was just still was feeling stuff regarding her, and like I said, once you're gone and another person connected to you was gone, that was like another part of the problem. I still something still it still evaded me, and I remember even when this other person, like I said, I don't mean to sound harsh, but it's been a lot of death surrounding somebody, not me, but surrounding somebody, and it was death within a short periods of time. And so, once that other person left this world as we know it, this natural world, the person reached out to me like they were coming, and then they didn't. And then the next day, I get a phone call from somebody, from this other person, like just calling me. Don't call me. I'm not whatever your dealings is with this person. I'm not in that. I'm not a third party or nothing. Stop trying to include me in that. That's how I feel. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, I'm gonna get to talking real ugly and real. I guess it could be considered reckless, but I'm gonna get to talking real ugly if certain people just don't leave me alone. Like, so yeah, that's that. But yeah, if we dealing with the same person or something like that, and I hate to say it like that, but that's just been the reality. That's been the reality, probably since the beginning of time, but definitely in all the generations that I know, people just cheat on they spouse. They cheat on who they should. You ain't gotta be their spouse. You can be their boyfriend or girlfriend, and they gonna show you how they gonna act the fool. But yeah, if we just so happen to be dealing with or have dealt with the same person, girl, don't call me. Girl, don't call me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't owe you nothing. Just because that person have came and maybe took something from you and you feel, oh, nope, no thank you. And so, yeah. Ooh, and the fact that this person that I'm speaking of, not the female, but the male in the matter, the man that I don't want no more, he spoke to me and asked me did I want to be like, did I want to be like somebody that his dad had, I guess, been married to, and this and the third. And I was like, no, I don't want to end up like that person, because guess what? This person, she has I guess, a nice place or whatever, a nice house, but she is one less of a child. I don't know how many children she had before, but she doesn't have one of her children here with her anymore. And I don't, like I said, I can live in a, I don't want to, but I could live in a freaking, we ain't gonna go as far as to say a shack nor a cardboard box, but a single family home, and just, that's gonna be that. And as long as I have my children still alive, breathing, healthy, and well, because I don't recall bringing children into the world just for me to have somebody to sacrifice or let them die off and stuff. And that has been spoken regarding my oldest son. Let's just sacrifice him. Where? I looked around like, where? Who's gonna do that? Because sacrifice went when Christ died on the cross. So and rose again. Let me not forget the most important part. But yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. We don't have to do that. So as far as people out here still sacrificing, quote unquote, sacrificing children via abortion and whatever else the case may be, via shit. Y'all out here having sex, y'all getting the morning after pill. That's still the egg and the sperm was still alive. Now, granted, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Whatever was in the egg was living, I'm guessing. But I don't want to get too deep on that. And then you having sex with everybody and you using birth control. And I'm not telling nobody not to use birth control, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. And you basically, that's all. Them kids, he coming, they going in your vagina as a graveyard, and then coming out or whatever, disintegrating. I don't know. I don't want to be too graphic, but you know. And baby, then you would have been, and depending on how many people you done had sex with, you would have had kids with so many different people. I mean, if you really think that the creator of life, he gave us life, he is pleased with us just being careless with life, people's lives, our own lives, and stuff like that. And this is something that he gave us, whether a gift or whether, whatever, or however he would describe it. Um, I just advise you to think again, because, or to definitely seek him and ask him how he feels about that. But I can see when miscarriages happen and things like that, he's in control, or that's his karma. We don't never when a miscarriage or something happens, you don't never know that beforehand. You don't know that it's gonna happen. So that lets you know you're not in control of that. Now, somebody can do something stupid where you are carrying a child and try to hurt or harm you and try to end it like that. But yeah, I don't know. Then just thinking about the other person's mom, the one who my daughter is with, and last I knew was with. And I had a recent dream about her, and this person was helping me, I guess, clean myself up, wash myself up, or whatever the case may be. And they was, again, letting me use their hand. And then the lady, she was coming up saying, no, she's still hostile. Like, she didn't want me to be cleaned up and all this other stuff. Hostile. I can already say everything that this person says about me, whether in real life or whether in a dream life, they really are speaking about themselves. Thank you, God, for that revelation and understanding. They really are projecting and speaking out about themselves and just don't want to see nothing be successful, and that's sad. That's an older generation person don't want to see the younger generation flourish at all, but will be one of the main ones clapping at the sidelines and smiling and all that, but in their heart they really like feel some type of way. And a lot of older generation feel like, how this younger person doing more of this more than I am. And even with the little experience I had in the pool with the little girl the other day, and I was just like, okay, because she getting on my nerves. She seemed mature. She would come off as mature, but she really was being meddlesome. And it's just, and whenever that spirit shows up in anybody, I don't care for that. So I'm trying to learn how to respond to that, because I've had such bad experience with people being meddlesome. They're meddling. They're not trying to benefit or uplift or encourage. They just trying to meddle for the sake of meddling and to please themselves, because they're going to feel better about knowing or thinking they knowing what's going on. I'm so tired of it. So I do ask God to remove that spirit far from me. The meddlesome spirit, like even my daughter, I wish that I would be able to speak to her, but she's not being meddlesome in a sense, but I ain't saying she haven't learned how to. Lord, I pray that's removed from her, because that's not, that's along the lines, of course, of being nosy and all that. But anyway, so yeah, that meddlesome spirit is, and and when somebody apologizes to you and they like cry tears and claim they not being meddlesome, I'm sorry for doing this, because I've experienced this now with, she was just letting me know she experienced it with her husband's mom. So it's like mother-in-law types are the ones that really are like meddlesome, and it can be others. It can definitely be your nosy ass neighbors who just really acting like they doing something every day, acting like they busy, but they really got so much time to stay in your business. Like, seriously? But or at least try to anyway. And so yeah, and they're not really trying to do it to help benefit. They doing that to just because that's what they feel like they want to do. So anyway, that I want that far removed from me. I don't know how God gotta remove it, keep it away. I'd rather it be removed, because I don't want to fight nobody that's being meddlesome. Like, I'm trying not to fight nobody, period. But I'm just saying, I just don't want to like go there, because I am past. When you mess with my child, I'm beyond the point. When you meddle to the point that you meddle regarding my child, and I keep hearing you speaking on information that I know I didn't share with you, I didn't approve of it to be shared with you or anything like that. I didn't, I don't feel like you need to be in that. That's a whole issue to me. So I'm beyond the point of giving a damn. And definitely don't give a, the other four-letter word, but, so yeah, tired of it, because this is my thing. You gonna let your child do whatever they do in your house and this, that, and there ain't no need of you trying to circle back around and, oh, shoot, you know what I'm saying? And then try to control, especially the person that they may have been doing it with, but, I guess even the one that you allow them to be unruly under your roof. See, the thing about me, I don't allow my kids to be unruly under my roof. Now, yeah, everybody needs freedom. Nobody needs to be in bondage, but you ain't gonna be unruly and whatever. And I'm not even saying that this person was unruly, but the things that their parent allowed them to do, um, I mean, and I guess, I don't know, only God knows, she felt like she was doing the right thing as far as let them do it here, so that way when they do it out there, I just don't know. They're doing the same either way, either way it goes. But yeah, just, and then on some stuff it's like, oh, they can do this, but they ain't gonna be able to do that right there. And oof, it was just irking me. So yeah, so the person that's up under them, the child or whatever, basically my daughter's father, he went on and told me, this is my team or whatever. So that's what he said, and that's what he acted on, and I have a problem with that. So when it comes to regarding me and mine and somebody that you share with me, that's not your team when it comes. That's not your first go-to when it comes to my child. But that's what you made it. So anyway, I have a problem with that. I submit it to God. When I have a problem with something, I submit it to God for resolve. So maybe that's the resolve I'm still feeling like I need or want or whatever. But yeah, I give it to God to resolve. To give me that resolve. Hopefully it does not end up in me going to anybody's residence and cutting a damn fool. I'm not going to. I just don't want to. And the fact that I got 2 other children that I'm like, no, can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. And at this point, I don't want to have peaceful conversations with anybody. I'm not going to. I'm not gonna say I'm not going to, because God can cause me to do what He did, but I don't want to. I want to just take what's mine and move on with my life. Have part in what's mine, move on with my life, keep that meddlesome spirit away from me. Because really it's witchcraft too. It's trying to manipulate and control you, trying to find out information so you can try to control a narrative. And yeah, I'm beyond tired of that. So yeah, I know I started off talking about a deceased person, and now I'm talking about a living one. And yeah, I'm not asking God to remove anybody by death or anything, but I ain't finna front. Maybe by hospital bed and confined for a long time or whatever the case may be. That's how I feel. I'm not etching that in stone, but you know, you leave town, you need to leave town by yourself, leave mine behind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You really can leave town. You really can get chased out of town, to be honest, far away from here. Go back really where you came from and all that. But I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna look, but definitely asking God to continue to resolve, not continue to, but resolve this one regarding my child, my daughter. And again, hopefully it don't look like it, nothing that leaves a result that leaves my child not breathing or, you know what I'm saying, or worse. I hope and pray that I get to embrace and touch and talk to and spend time with my child again. Because, yeah, I don't own her. I was just stewarding my child and just thankful that God allowed me the opportunity to be pregnant and carry a baby, 3 of them, or it would have been 4, but 3 of them now, and all that. I mean, and I don't care. That's these parents out here that just don't care if they lose their kids when it comes to money. I do. I don't want to go fund me to replace the life of my child. I don't want none of that. Now, do I want the share and the portion that's supposed to be for my child to come where she truly resides and all that stuff? Absolutely. Did I want to share in experiences with her dad and raise her and stuff like that? I did, and I really, led by those examples and had those actions. Actually met up with him somewhere last year on the 13th of a certain month, or 12th or 13th, I don't know. But anyway, I believe it was 13th. And I did not intrude or bother with them or try to control. I just, let them have their time, their moment, or whatever. I was sitting at a distance because I'm mama. I'm going to watch over you. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And meanwhile, still trying to watch over my other two children, which I was getting contributions for, but was never. When it goes back to that day, I think I was able to kind of do some of that stuff because of the contribution that had been made. But really, it's what he owed. He just got it from somebody else. But it's less than what he owed. Still owed. But yeah, he got it from somebody else, and you get something from somebody else, they want something up out of you. So you pull me into something that's supposed to be this struggle or whatever, and seemingly worse. But yeah, I'm just tired of it. I'm beyond tired. Pissed off. I'm tired of being connected to anything, anybody who's just deceased. I don't care who's still holding on to somebody that's in the grave and things like that. We are alive and we are breathing, and so I want to enjoy that while we're here. When you come into the know and knowledge and understanding of that, then you want to act on that. I do. I wasn't thinking about that before all of this type of stuff occurred, but I'm thinking about it now, and I'm moving in the direction of like acting on living, breathing, being free. Yes, operating in a clean manner, and I know they say cleanliness is next to godliness. That's just not it's not in the Bible. It's not biblical. That's just like a cliche phrase. But yeah, who don't want to operate in a who don't want to be cleaned up, should I say? Now, a lot of people do not want to operate in a clean manner. Some people just want to be dirty. They just want to be filthy, nasty, stank, funk, nasty. But some people may be like that, but they don't want to. It's just some odors and I'm not talking about natural, it can be, but I'm really talking about spiritual. It's just odors and things brought over the lives because of what was done before them. Let me just use this as an example, i.e. people putting bills in your name and stuff like that, and then by the time you get ready to utilize that freedom that you're supposed to have, your credit is messed up or something like that, and I'm just using that as an example. Has it happened to me? Yeah, on a minor level, but not really nothing major that I know of anyway. Operating off my name, and they get you have your social security card and stuff like that. And so that's that on that. But yeah, so sometimes people can just bring a certain stain over your life. And that's one thing when my daughter, she did say to me, she's like, I feel like you, the way she said it, like, I feel like you did something to me. So I'm sitting here just wondering, what the heck did I do? Hopefully God even give me resolve with that, and it hit me, and it's uncovered what I did to my child, besides what I already know. So anything that the enemy's trying to keep hidden, or whatever the case may be, what was my part in doing? Because I do understand having you out of wedlock. That's a lot. That's major. That's not how God designed it. That's not how He meant it. Now, so I can't undo that because I could never undo it. But to try to make it right, would have to marry her dad. And baby, I can assure you, I'm not going there. And I'm not trying to go against God when I say that. But I don't want to go there. Don't want nothing regarding him. He had been in his household and stuff like that before, but he really wasn't supposed to be honest. Like, I shouldn't even let him in. So I'ma just, go ahead and nip that. And I don't think that she really wants that or anything like that. I think she has wanted us to get along at this point. I don't know what she wants because I haven't been able to speak to her. But yeah, and then if that's the case, that's not my doing. That is definitely his mama doing for allowing him to do the things that he did in her household and not really say anything about it and not try to enforce anything. And then of course it goes back to his dad, who's a hop, skip, and a jump away, and who didn't monitor him as much because he was off doing what he wanted to do. So yeah, brings me to pretty much back to Winston-Salem, which I think I might have some business in Winston-Salem coming up, but I don't know. I'm gonna see. I gotta decide, figure it out. We shall see. Because I really ain't trying to spend no money like that, but I can if I need to. So yeah, it's a lot. They talk about the rabbit hole. I'm just not trying to go down the rabbit hole or anything like that. But I do look at the other aspect of it, like when try to say like the 6 degrees of separation and all that, whatever, however many degrees of separation we are from each other, God knows. I think I'm ready to go back outside and enjoy some of this little breeze before this rain starts coming down. But yeah. But about that one that I don't want no more, I'm good. I'm glad that I feel like that. I think I'm gonna always love that person. Whether it's on a major level or small, I'm just gonna always love that person because like I really learned a lot. This person actually told me good fathers teach good mothers lessons and this and the third, and then went on. This person told me different stuff at different times. Like when they feel like the truth changes according to their feelings. So I cannot rock with that. But they was telling me, you gonna be just like such and such, basically the first child of his mother, and I'm just like, what? And when I heard that, I was like, no, I don't want to be like this person. That's not my goals. That's not what I set out to do. I don't care if it looks like and appears like that to you, but that's not what I'm here for. And I tried to let this person know, and they let me know too, and well, not in return, but beforehand. Even if you're trying to help me, I still don't really trust, and I got that in their own words. I still don't really trust people and this, that, and that. So I'm just like, oh, okay, well, that's a lot to clean up. And even though I did contribute to helping to clean it up, that wasn't what I was trying to sign up for. I'm not trying to, this shitty person, I'm not trying to do that, And then basically bring corruption upon myself in the process too. No thank you. I want to opt out. And I just strongly feel like because I gave you so many opportunities to get it right, 9 years is a long time, plus some, because it's still like trying to follow me. But yeah, I gave you a long time to get that right. I gave you a large portion of my life to get it right, to help out and do right. This person was requesting, or not even requesting, but demanding mainly like one, maybe two, no, I say one or two or three things of me. But when it was the demand for me. Like, you can't demand it, you can request me, and then you can come alongside and you can help me also to get it done. You're not going, you know what I'm saying? You don't run me. Like, you don't run me. You don't control me. Yes, the Bible says that a man is going to want to control and dominate. No, thank you, baby. I'm good. I'm goody. I hope that there's some true men of God out here still, and that understand, hey, I might feel the urge to dominate and control my woman, my wife, my lady, but that's not, God is not pleased with that. So I need to be more understanding, more caring, concerning with her, and gentle especially. Be a gentleman, And that's what I want to raise in my household, some gentlemen. Not know-it-alls and stuff like that. And I want somebody that's going to, eventually when they have that desire, that's going to come beside them and, help them. Be patient with them. Be loyal to them, definitely. Not being abusive. I do want somebody that's still going to keep it real with them, absolutely, but not according to changing facts and stuff like that. And like I mentioned the other day, facts change, the truth changes things. So I want them to operate according to truth, honesty, and all that good stuff. And I definitely want them, my kids, my boys, to have peace. I want my daughter too, but right now I'm speaking about my boys, have peace in whatever relationships, friendships, associationships. Y'all don't get in no situationships. So, that's what I want for my children. Even though I've been through all that, and I'm going to just name a few, the rape, the verbal abuse, sexual assault, all that behind closed doors, People trying to instill fear, intimidation, manipulation, just flat out witchcraft, rebellion. I don't want that for my kid's life. Um, like I seen somebody in his peer group helping him the other day. What he didn't learn from me, he was getting it from somebody else. I don't have to sit back and be jealous and none of that. And I was so grateful. And the boy did it genuinely from his heart. He was like, no. When I said, I'll pay you, not to do this, but I was like, I'll pay you, because I seen that he went and took initiative. And he was like, no, I've already earned my quarterly for the day. And I don't know how. I just left it at that, but I was just grateful. Only God knows, because my mind started thinking, well, how did you, what happened? But anyway, and I'll talk to my son more on that. But anywho, he was helping him, and I didn't feel jealous, like, oh, this other person teaching him what I had just told him to do something, and he ended up doing it when the boys told him. So I'm just like, okay, which is cool. So that is that on that. And I'm gonna go out here and try to enjoy it before this rain comes down.